The next stop is On the Radar Radio.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, baby. On the Radar Radio. Yo, special guest in the building. ATL Jacob in the building. Young Goat in the building. My guy.
What's good?
How you been?
We just made a secret handshake.
We did, low key. Wait, I want to bring up something you just said because I think we need to elaborate on this more. You said you ain't seen a guy from New York who hasn't had a beard.
Nah, like if they do, like they shaved it off, but like in Atlanta, people beards don't really grow for real.
That's great. And I didn't even think about that. And then I had to look around. I looked at Rob. I looked at Rob's cousin. I looked at John. Where's John somewhere? Oh, John over there. Everybody from New York got a beard. Anybody here from New York who don't got a beard? No, everybody got some.
They cut theirs off though.
I mean, man, it's like I've had this since I was 18 too. It's like insane,
That's crazy.
Man. Insane. But other than that, you been good?
Smooth, man, working.
First of all, congratulations on everything, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate
It's when we're recording this is January. I'm gonna make sure I get this up right in time for the Grammys. You know what I'm saying? How are you feeling going into February, into this new time, man?
I feel motivated to work, man. Just ready to make new vibes. Time to show off these new vibes I've been working on.
What are the new vibes you've been working on?
Some vibes I can't even. It's the vibes so vibed out you can't even talk about it. You just gotta hear it.
I mean, I saw the Big Sean vocals came in not too long ago.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Big Sean vocals came in. The Friday vocals in.
The Friday, I love, man. That's music to my ears. The Friday vocals are in. Friday's fire.
Friday hard.
Oh my God.
What's crazy? Vori told me about him, and I still ain't meet him yet. And then I think I was up here with Meek, and he was playing me some stuff from him. And probably like the next day, me and Friday started working.
Oh wow, it was that quick.
Yeah.
Nah, Friday's a problem. I ain't gonna lie. I like You recently signed with Republic, right?
Yeah.
And we obviously we're getting this album right now, right? Which I'm extremely excited about because I love when producers like yourself do the album. I love what Metro did. I love all this, right? With this upcoming project, like you just said, a bunch of the vocals are in, and the vibes is you can't even comprehend what we about to get. But as we prepare for the release of this album, I'm assuming sometime by the end of 2023. What do you hope that people get from this project when you release it? Like, what are some of your aspirations without giving too much away of what's going on?
Or just like understanding who I am musically as a person, personality, all in one. Just try to use my music as a motivation that you ain't gotta keep making the same thing over and over and over. It's okay to switch it up.
You feel like a lot of artists nowadays, because I feel like this. I feel like a lot of artists nowadays kind of fall into the pitfalls of like they see one thing work for them, and then it's just like they just try to beat that until like a dead horse.
And it's crazy because like that's why like honestly like 90% of the industry watered down. Like it just ain't that vibe. Like like Future let me do his album, one of the biggest it was the biggest. It was top selling album in 2022, and it's like that just sets like. That's because I mixed in, like, new wave with old wave, like, with his original roots. And it's okay to go back to your original roots, but, like, give something new at the same time, too.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it's like, like I said, sometimes artists get caught up in what the same thing that they've been doing. But then, obviously someone like you comes along and you're able to kind of, in Future's case with this project, you're able to help kind of bring those two worlds together without oversaturating on either side. And it just kind of being, like, the perfect mesh and leading to one of the best-selling albums and one of the Grammy-nominated hip-hop albums of the year too.
Facts. Yeah, it's definitely a work of art.
When you went into that project, like, did you when it was released, when it was done, did you like know you're like, oh yeah, this definitely the Grammys is gonna pick up on this?
I wasn't even thinking about the Grammys, man. I just be worried about the fans, like what the fans want. I know Grammys are gonna come if it's good, but I just be worried about what the fans want. Were
you surprised when it got nominated?
I won't say surprised, but I won't say it was expected. You expect the unexpected, but so it was. I was just grateful that it was, at least nominated.
Right. Do you have? I like getting this because I did this when I had a lot of people who worked on like Revenge of the Dreamers 3, right? And one of my favorite things when I talk to people who've been a part of these incredible projects is like memories behind the scenes, right? So is there like a favorite specific memory you have, whether it be with artists or behind the scenes of the creation of that project specifically?
Yeah, it's a lot of favorite memories. Really, like just moments. I remember when what song we did. I forgot what song it was, but I remember we was working on the project, and me and Kodak was probably up all night, like to like 10 a.m.
Really?
Like we went from the studio then to the club. No, we went from the studio, eat, club. Then we went from Tootsie's to Booby Trap. We left Booby Trap like 9 in the morning, like 5 cars deep. Went to the studio, vibed out like it's still nighttime. But that's regular for us though.
Right. And honestly, that was actually one of my favorite records on the project too.
Oh yeah.
Kodak. Cause
Yeah.
I like I wasn't expecting that side of Kodak on that record either too, that's something, I want to commend you for. Cause it was like I thought we were gonna get like hard Kodak, and then you cut the record on it. You're like, okay, this is a little different.
It was a whole nother beat on that song. Before Future got on it, when it was just Kodak, it was a whole nother beat. So
Really?
yeah, so Southside really like trying to switch it up.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like then Future hopped on it.
Okay, got you. A little behind the scenes of that. So that's regular for you to just have those those nights that lead into like 9, 10 a.m. the next morning.
Them be the best songs. Like Way Too Sexy was recorded like in the morning time.
Really?
Yeah,
Like what time?
I think like 7, 8 in the morning. Damn. Misogyny was recorded at 8 in the morning.
I see the pattern.
Yeah.
Do people
Wait for You was recorded like I think 4 in the morning.
Okay. Very 4 in the morning type of vibe too.
Yeah.
When do you sleep?
Whenever I get tired,
Okay.
like just take a nap on the couch, finish working.
Right, I was about to say, you one of the people who get caught in the studio lacking sleeping?
Nah, I don't get caught lacking. I'm the last one to leave the studio.
Really?
Yeah, every time, most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is it just because you're always the last one working too?
I just want to make sure everything sounds at least to my satisfaction, or at least get it to a point where I feel like I'm comfortable enough to finish it the next day.
Right. Yeah. Is it that like kind of like it's like kind of like an OCD type of thing? Like I want to make sure everything's perfect.
Yeah, but in reality, it's no such thing as perfect because perfection is really an opinion. So it's just getting to a point where I'm satisfied enough with it.
Right. Did it take you like a long time to like, I don't know, like not, I don't want to say learn, but like kind of get to that point where you realize it's like, look, perfection is just something that's like almost nearly impossible to reach. So I just got to make sure that like at the end of the day with the record that I create is just like, as long as I'm happy,
Facts.
we Gucci.
And it is your art, and that's what you're giving the fans is your art, and that's what they love is your art. And then they take your art and turn it into theirs. That's how they fall in love with it, and fall in love with a certain moment that you have, like, or a certain sound that you have. You got certain people that fall in love with just different moments in your career.
Facts. I love how you're getting into your rapping bag. You know what I'm saying? I watched the last freestyle you did, and you're gonna do it again, do a new one here today, which I'm very excited for.
Oh yeah.
Are you gonna also, speaking about the project, your project, are you also gonna have a track or two in there of you rapping?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course. Because I feel like it's just that time. I ain't got nothing to prove. I just want to do what I love.
Were you rapping before producing too, or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was it wasn't like how I am now.
What do you mean?
It was more like, Atlanta ratchet. Yeah, it's just, I've grown. Yeah, really talking.
Could we really find like all those old records online from the beginning? No?
They gone.
Are they like private on SoundCloud or some shit like that?
It's probably a couple on SoundCloud.
Okay. Did you have a different name back when you were back then?
I was still ATL.
I was still ATL Jacob.
Oh, you gonna search?
Yeah, I'm gonna find that shit. I'm gonna find that shit later. I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna send it to Lou. Be like, look what I found. But I'm excited that you're kind of getting into that space because like I've been I got a producer friend up here. His name's Dizzy Banco. He's also an incredible rapper too. So like I like that you. Obviously, you guys make incredible records, but like you don't let that stop you from also doing the thing that you love to do first, which is being the artist. You know what I'm saying?
In reality, the biggest artists are producers. Like, you know, Travis Scott, a producer.
Yeah.
He started off producing. Well, from my knowledge, I think he started off producing. And then it's like he rapped too. I remember Metro. I'm in TM88 telling me a story about how him and Metro met Trav. Like, he a producer, Kanye producer, Russ producer. You know, it's like biggest artists are producers.
Right. Which is weird when you like see online and you like people being like, why are the producers rapping? Because it's like based off of just what you just said. You know what I'm saying?
Man, we do what we want.
As you should. As you should. It was cool because I was going on. I'm gonna bring up something. You were quoted. You went on like a quote spree for some of these double XL tweets, right? And I like what you were saying because one of the tweets was there will never be another rapper like, and then you put in quotation marks artists like XXX.
Yeah, X just was, man. He was just different. Like everything was about him was just different. He was just himself. A lot of people scared to be themselves. They think that that's like. A lot of people think that being something else is being themselves, but they scared to be their true self.
Right.
They think that either they weird or awkward or lame, and it's just like X was himself. He was the true meaning of like do what you love.
And I think he was also like even his public persona, like he didn't hide his scars.
Nah,
He like wore it on his sleeve, like you saw it. You know,
wore
what
it
I'm
on his face.
wore it on his face. Yeah, like
Yeah.
you was like he. Like while a lot of people try to hide those type of things, like he was very much like, nah, this is who I am. I'm flawed, and this is the music I make too.
Facts. And it's like he was more on the thing like he ain't make music for fans. He made it like if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. He ain't care.
Yeah.
And that's what really music should be. Cause sometimes you get caught in a wave like where they like this, where they like that. It shouldn't even matter. It should just be what you love.
I agree. And then the other thing you had, same tweet. It was like you spoke about obviously Future, and you were like, oh, everything that people are doing now sounds like Future 7 years ago.
It do sound like Monster Future. It sound like everything after Monster. That's what it's all sound like. Like all the beats, everything from the beats in the auto-tune.
Yeah, it's funny because like after you said that, I really started thinking about it, and then I kind of like I don't know. I was listening to music while I was just getting some work done for the show, and I was like, damn. I was like, after I prepared for this interview and I wrote that down, I'm like, damn, you right.
Yeah, it's facts.
You
That's
right.
just it's just facts. Like you just can listen to it. But just somebody, this is somebody who's just motivational to the industry.
Yeah. So you got the Wicked Money family, right? That's your label.
Yeah.
Slash group, and you also got the EP that's out now. Dropped a little Christmas.
Oh yeah,
Just in time for Christmas.
Yeah.
How long have you had that now?
Label.
Yeah.
I mean, it always been like a group, like 4 years, but you know, over time, you know, just building for real. But now it's go time.
What's 2023 look like for the family?
Man, just dropping on all the, dropping singles with all the artists.
Okay.
Dropping.
How many artists you got underneath you now?
3.
3? Okay.
Screw Da Vinci, Marco 5K, and Slum God Trap.
A very manageable amount.
Yeah.
We should do a cypher with them here. That'd be fire.
Facts.
That'd be fire. Have they done a cypher together yet or no?
Nah, not yet.
That'd be tough.
Not yet. But we could definitely set that up.
Yeah, nah. Cause I think what you got going on with yourself as like the artist being you, and then also as the boss, I think it's so dope to kind of see. Cause I feel like you're one of the people who's been managing it very well. You know what I'm saying? Cause there's a lot going on all at once. Being the producer, the artist, and then on top of that, the CEO of a label with 3 artists underneath it too.
Right, and then you got your investors that invest into you, looking at you like, what you gonna do? So yeah, it's definitely a lot, but it's manageable.
What you be telling them?
We working it out. For sure.
I like that. So we got the project. On the way. Hopefully by the time this drops, right, you're gonna have some Grammys under the belt. You know what I'm saying?
Can't wait to put that on top of this piano.
You gonna drink out of it like the sippy cup too, or nah?
Nah, that's dirty.
You said that's dirty?
Yeah.
You're just gonna put it on top of your piano.
Yeah, just sit it right there.
I'm excited for you, man.
Definitely.
And by the time people see this, the freestyle is out. So make sure y'all go check that out. You know what I'm saying? ATL Jacob. First producer freestyle on the radar, I think. Rob? I think so, yeah, because Dizzy didn't even do a freestyle. He just performed his song. So first producer freestyle on the radar. You beat out Sunny Digital. Because we was definitely talking about that too.
Sonny, that's my brother, man.
Yeah. Sunny. He didn't when he came for the album. Well, when he dropped I think the single with Trail. He was like, oh man, next time I'm gonna come freestyle, but you beat him out. So first ever on the radar producer freestyle out now with ATL Jacob. So make sure you go check that out. Before we get out of here and we have you rap, anything else you want to let the fans know where they can follow you at, all that good stuff. This camera right here.
Man, ATL Jacob, Twitter, ATL Jacob Beats with a Z, you know. ATL Jacob, everywhere else.
There you go. Well, make sure you go follow him. If the project is out now, if you guys are watching this after he dropped his album, make sure you go watch that. All the singles, the label EP, that's out now. Freestyle out now. Go follow him. Go show him some love. Go show him some support. Love is free. Support is free. But y'all already knew that. Till next time, ATL Jacob in the building. On the radar. We out. Boom.